All right. All right. I believe I'm live. I have so many issues every time I stream that I always get nervous. Just in case, you never know. Can you guys hear me okay? We'll do a sound check. Testing, testing. Am I coming through? Also, how's the music? Too loud, too quiet? Hello, Coconut. What's up, everybody? I don't like the lighting. Lighting is weird. Let me see if I can fix that. Oh man, the quality is garbage. Okay, you can hear me. Good. Just wanted to make sure before I started getting set up. I didn't want to go on my whole rant like I've done sometimes and no one can hear me. Okay, that looks a little bit better. What do you guys think of the lighting here? Is this fine? This is where I'm going to be doing my building. All right, so yeah, it's good. Okay, thank you, Mr. Yeast. Appreciate it. All right, I got to get my phone so I can welcome everybody. So I will be right back, but I'm going to leave this here for you guys to postulate and guess as to what I'm going to be working on today. I'll be right back. I think I'm going to turn a second light on too. Got to grab some bins as well. Yeah. All right, I just got to grab one more. Should be ready. So many bins, but it's necessary because got a lot of building to do. All right. Let me just get set up here. Hold on a second. There we go. Hopefully that'll help with the lighting. Ooh. Got some guesses. We've got some good guesses. And we've got some less accurate guesses. Fortunately, I can't stay long. No worries. No worries. Let me pull up the stream. Welcome, everyone. So, as the title would suggest, I'm going to be working on, or the thumbnail, I should say, I'm going to be working on the FPSC today. It's getting tough to balance all these different factions and world buildings, and because I want to make sure everything's growing at the same rate, and I feel like I've given us a lot of good stuff recently, but I haven't talked a lot about the FPSC. I introduced them, and then we kind of moved on to other things, which is good. I had a lot to set up, but kind of want to return to them now on this stream and talk a little bit more about my plans and what's going on. So this, I saw someone who said it. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just waiting for my chat to pull up on my phone. The chat moves better. It's easier to read on my phone. So we've had a few people guess correctly, but a tank for the purple fuel. That is correct. So those of you guys who watched my last video will know that the HADF and FPSC are currently starting to ramp up conflicts around this purple fuel that is quite plentiful on Kokundra. Well, we'll see. You never know. It's not quite plentiful, but they've been learning it's got a new purpose. There's this new way of utilizing it to be a very efficient, very powerful fuel source. And so people have started fighting over it. And so this is the FPSC's kind of like harvesting tank for it, and it's going to be actually a dropship. So this is one of the thrusters. So I'm actually building a ship today. So it's going to have 4 that sit like this, one here, and then 2 mirroring that on the other side. And then we're going to have a cockpit up front like that. So it's a tank, fuel tank, but it's also connected to a ship. Hey, it's Boulder Mountain Bricks. What's up, man? What are you doing today? Also, 124 people in the chat. Let's go. Don't forget to smash, open fire, whatever you want to do on that like button. See how many likes we can get. When are you going to make new jets? Oh boy. New jets, you say, kind of like that? Tell you what, that's not supposed to be, that's for a future video, but if we can hit 150 likes on the stream, I'll reveal the latest fighter jet tech. How does that sound? Oh, we got our first dono of the stream. Shout out to Cardu, Wrath of the Abyss. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the dono. He says, they say, do these factions have symbols or sigils? Yes, they do. Let me see. I'm trying to think if I can got one that is nearby. So they have flags. As far as sigils, like logos, yes. I don't think I have anything in reach. Dang it. Oh, wait, maybe over here. Yeah, here we go. So this is kind of the symbol of the HADF. Let's see, can't see it super well right here. There we go. Actually, that's pretty good. Let me zoom in. So that's the symbol of the HADF military. Minifig head with a gear and a gold shield. And then their colors are obviously dark green and dark bluish gray. So that's what the HADF's kind of like logo symbol is. The Protectorate has one as well. Right here. Protectorate State. And then the FPSC, they have colors, but they don't have like a logo or like full flag yet. Doing good, my friend. How are you doing? Busy, man. I don't know if you saw my latest update, but spoiler alert for the chat, I am in the process of moving. Pretty big move. So I've been very busy. Things have been very hectic, but it's exciting. It's good. So content, it's going to be interesting seeing how much content I can get out while in the process of moving. I'm hoping to only have to miss 1 week. Okay, let's see. I got to catch up here. What's up, Robert Smith? How you doing? This is Leo watching from Puerto Rico. Welcome, Leo. Thank you for joining all the way from Puerto Rico. I think the FPSC should have a 4-leg spider-like mech that travels on rough terrain. That'll be interesting, for sure. Token, are you ever going to make a naval force? Probably not, because the oceans are overrun by aquatic bio-nightmares. So anything that goes in there gets absolutely wrecked. Like if there's one place that humanity really lost the bio wars, it's in the ocean. What did you decide to name the dropship from the last video? So I'm between a couple of options. I liked the Albatross. I didn't know if that was like too similar to the Pelican, but at the same time, I'd want to do some kind of flying creature, flying bird, because it's a ship, aircraft, obviously. So I've been thinking about the Albatross. Someone in the comments last week suggested Vulture. In fact, why don't we do a poll? Let's see what you guys think, shall we? Let's see. Start a poll. What should I name my LRAC HC1 dropship. I like Albatross because those things can fly. But Vulture's also pretty good. Albatross, Vulture. Hope I spelled that right. All right, I got to get building though. Thank you guys all for joining. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any other questions about my world of Kofera, let me know in the chat. I wonder how the purple fuel tastes. Well, it doesn't taste good. I can tell you that much. Flying hippo. Tuning in from the UK. Welcome, Gingerbread. Welcome from the UK. Thank you for joining. Show me the scale of a minifig and the giant foot. If you watch my video, there's actually a minifig and the giant foot together in one shot. Can we get a soldier from the Biowars and he's now a general? That's actually, there are veterans of the Biowars. Yeah, they're high up in the command. So yeah, there are. Hey, Boulder Mountain Bricks. Oh, dude. You're too kind, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm very excited for the move. It should be a lot of fun. It'll be interesting. It's going to be quite a big change, but I'm pretty excited. So thank you for that, man. All right, please no spamming in the chat. There's no need to spam. Coconut, how does the idea of there being Biowar veteran? Yeah, there are. There are. I mean, if you think about it, there aren't many because the Biowars was over 50 years ago at this point. So, you know, they're starting to get a little old. Purple Fuel Milkshake. Hello from Canada. Welcome. All right, I got to build. I'm sorry. Here we go. So, the problem I'm having right now is what does the cockpit look like? Because I kind of want to build the rest of the ship around the cockpit. And this is what I have so far for a windshield piece. I don't know. This one to me just felt like a good big industrial ship. That's what I want the this one to look like. It's a big, bulky, beefy ship. All right, we are at 91 likes so far. 91 likes, so we're already over halfway to the goal of 150, and then you guys get the reveal of my latest fighter jet. I say fighter jet, when you guys see it, it's going to be very different, so that's just what I'm going to call it for now. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, what does this cockpit look like? What kind of pieces do I need to use here? How's the progress on the giant mech? No progress since the last update because it uses so many pieces, I can't work on it until I get a new batch of pieces. So once I get a new batch of pieces for the next month, like my next month's budget kicks in, then I'll start working on it again. I've been thinking about it though. Definitely been thinking about it. What about... There's this molded cockpit piece that I've been using a lot recently. This might work well for the dropship cockpit. But I feel like well, I haven't used this since the stealth bomber. What's up, Captain Cheesy? For your series of turning city sets into mocks for your world, I thought the most recent crane set would be awesome. Portable railgun. That would be fun. That would be cool. Unfortunately, the crane's a little bit out of my budget, but it is really cool. I do have another one of those videos coming out next Sunday. I'm going to be turning city construction sets into construction style mechs to help rebuild Millennia Prime. So I've got three construction city sets, to hopefully 3 to 4-ish mechs, and then like some smaller stuff. Like I got them. I could show you guys this now. I've got like some prototype exosuits that I've been working on for like construction workers. This one is obviously configured for an HADF trooper, but the exosuit itself will be like the appropriate colors, yellow and orange. But so there's some cool stuff coming in that video. Excited. All right. I genuinely don't know what to do about this cockpit. It's kind of frustrating. But I do need some headlight bricks, so I'll be right back. Can you make a trainee base? See, the problem with the location-based videos is they don't seem to perform as well as vehicles. And I'm trying to figure out how to overcome that because it's frustrating. I want to do a video where I build part of the jungle that the FPSC lives in. Because I saw someone in one of my videos talking about how it was weird that I used lime green as camo for the FPSC. But what they didn't realize, because I haven't been able to explain it, is lime green is a prominent color in the jungle. So it is camouflage in that situation, but I haven't been able to build it and showcase that. It's weird. Like the mech, like the vehicle videos do really well, but like even my Moenia Prime finale didn't perform that well. People just don't seem to be as engaged or as interested in like destination videos for some reason. It's weird. A train? Yes, I would love to do a train, Bill Lucas. That would be fun. Well, the trains are underground, so they wouldn't be floating. What's my favorite faction? That's tough to say. I like them all for different reasons, and I built them to satisfy um, different ideologies and different fighting styles. So I like them for different reasons. Because I really like the FPSC, but I also really like the HADF, and I love the Quadranids. And then there's more alien species that you guys don't know about yet. So, oh, is there a Vader's basement sighting? Oh my gosh! Welcome, man. How you doing? It's good to see you. Hopefully, you're able to get some rest today. Relax a little bit. Do you have any civilian vehicles? Yes, I do. They're in the Moenia Prime City. I like destination videos. I do too. The problem is they just don't seem to do well. And unfortunately, because YouTube is my job, I do have to pay attention to things like analytics. It would be nice if I could just upload whatever I wanted and not care. Maybe someday. So what I'm trying to do right now is basically build a cockpit that can fit this thing. I am struggling, to be honest. Will you ever create what? Noggle? Oh, naval ships? Probably not. Probably not. I'm just not a big ship guy, and the problem with ships is if you build them, you have to build water to really like showcase them in a story. I can't just because the nice thing about all my vehicles is I just slap them on a base plate, and then just go from there. You know what I mean? Whereas with the ocean, or with the navy, I need to build some kind of ocean. Picking your favorite faction of your own universe is like picking your favorite kid. Literally, though, it literally is like that because I like them very much for very different reasons. But there are like I would say the HADF might be my favorite just because I give them all my favorite stuff. I love tanks. I love tanks. And so that's why they have so many tanks. That's why their warfare is built around tanks. So I give like the giant mech that I'm giving the HADF is also I love that kind of stuff. So like maybe you could say the HADF is my favorite, but I really am starting to like the FPSC. And the HADF has done some stuff that I'm not super on board with. So there's that. Also running really low on pieces. No surprise there. What's your favorite tank? Definitely the Cuspis 2. Cuspis 2 is my favorite for sure. What do you guys think? Like, what would be the best? So, based on this cockpit piece, what do you guys see? What kind of cockpit do you guys see forming around this? Do you see like a big bulbous round one, maybe like a small angular one? Maybe I have the cockpit at an angle like that, or should I have it be flat like this? What do you guys thought? What are you guys thinking? Who is the mayor, governor of Moenia Prime? There's a full government. I don't know that I would say there's like one mayor. It's more of like a committee with someone at the head. Someone pick your favorite character from your book. Me has an inside conflict. Exactly. Phantom Menace reference. Phantom Menace mentioned. You know, I am starting to miss Star Wars. I've been thinking about doing a Star Wars mock recently. See, that just looks bad. It's just so annoying because I had such a good vision for the dropship and even the cockpit piece, but when it comes to building the actual cockpit, my brain just took a hike. Uh, it's got to match the sides. I wonder if I use some of these. If I put these bracket bricks on the sides like this. Let me zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see what I'm talking about. What is the biggest city? The biggest city is probably, or not probably, is the capital of humanity. I have the name. I named it the other day. Where is it? Humanity's capital. Oh, I'm still working on it. Never mind. I don't want to reveal it yet. If I change, in case I change it. Hey, another donation? Are you kidding me? That's insane. From Brickzeal. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Yo, Coconut. I used to watch you so much. Just rediscovered you and subscribed. Got recommended your huge mech video. Keen to follow along. Dude, welcome back, Brickzeal. Welcome back to the community. Thank you for returning. I appreciate it. Yeah, that big mech video sure did well. Very grateful. Thank you guys for clicking on that one, for watching, liking, commenting, helping with all those metrics and analytics. So I appreciate you guys. Yo, Gungan armies are cool. Yes, Gungan armies are very cool. You should do the cockpit like a police. Oh, interesting. Evo Bricks. He wants to flip the narrative and go like this. What do you guys think about that? I hadn't even thought of that. Oh, interesting. Something like this. That's kind of cool, actually. And then the cockpit could like fold open or fold open that way. Hmm. How would that look on the front of this? Kind of like that. It's not a bad idea. See you later, Strider Films. Thank you for joining the stream. I just subbed. Thank you for subscribing, Bits of Boba. Yeah, welcome, Brickseal. Do you play Minecraft? No, I play Minecraft in real life. Lego. You should add an 8-foot tall, thin mechanical build on suits like those from the Matrix. Matrix? I don't know what you're talking about. I have the Mimban Stormtrooper minifig. Ooh, that's a good minifig to have. Coconut Bricks, what are you building today? Well, I'm trying to build a cockpit. It's not going very well. Not my motivate my not my motivation, my inspiration has yet to wake up for the day, I guess. Yeah, it could work. Yeah, you guys seem to like this idea, so I'm gonna go with it because I've got nothing better myself. Something like that. It's not bad. What am I gonna do for the sides though? This is what building looks like. I know it looks fast and smooth in the videos because of the editing, but this is typically what I spend my days doing when it's a building thing. Usually with a little bit more success though. I'm really drawing a blank. what I want this cockpit to look like. I really like the cockpit piece, and I'm worried I'm not confining myself or limiting myself just because of a bad cockpit piece. Because I have had that happen before, where I get so fixated on a certain piece, and I'm like, I have to use this piece, but then it turns out the piece itself just isn't right. But I don't know. I do still feel pretty good about this one. So I just remembered the Matrix mechs are super chunky. Oh, how about that? There we go. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I don't even remember the mechs in the Matrix. Why can't I remember them? I'm trying hard to remember what they look like. Hold on a second, guys. Breakthrough alert? Is the point down or up on the what? Oh, in the cockpit? It's like this. It's down like this. So this is the front and it kind of angles down. That makes sense. Like that. Okay, I need to put in some bricks right here. Ooh, he's getting somewhere. Finally. What does your guys' building process look like? I know some people like to draw their builds out, and honestly, I wish I could do that. I'm just so bad at drawing, it doesn't help me. I have to literally just sit down and build. I know some people will design it online, but what is your process? How do you like to do it? The thing I do for mechs is the War Machine Marvel mech, then change things around and add stuff. There you go. There you go. I was here yesterday. I was talking with the other subscribers. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh man, I felt so bad. Um, I had scheduled my stream late at night, and so I was already really tired, and then I just confused myself and put the wrong date. So I apologize. That was embarrassing. I'm better than that. Come on. Well, we're here now. We're building. So it's all good. I need. Is that even the right piece? Well, it is. Hold on a second. You guys remember my um, Rhino company, ATTE? I had to just cannibalize a part off of it. Ooh, a police gunship. That would be fun. Oh, yeah, that would be fun, actually. Please read my comments. Well, that's the only one I've seen so far. See, I like this taper right here. I like how it beefs up the cockpit here at the back and then kind of helps taper it down, but I just need some kind of point right here at the end. I draw my builds, but don't. Oh, I draw my builds, but don't build them. Oh. I'm guessing maybe you don't have the resources at the moment. That is also a problem. If you don't have the parts, it's kind of hard to build. Okay. The juices are starting to flow here. The mock building juices. I think you should consider making a robot dragon. Whoa. A robot dragon, huh? Hmm. I mean, I'm building like gunships and bombers and stuff. Like that's kind of a robotic dragon in a way. I'd love to see an Omnidroid-ish mech for the Quadranids. It would be awesome to see that rolling through Millennia Prime. Well, they did. They got kicked out of Millennia Prime. They lost that battle. So Millennia Prime is back in human hands for now. See how long it lasts. See, I could put this on the end. What do you guys think about that? I don't like how it's lower. Like you can see it's like, I want it to be raised up a little bit higher to like right there. So I think I need another 1x2. Another 1x2 plate. Thanks for the 2 messages about me. You're welcome. Coconut, you should add some LEDs to some of your builds. I do have LEDs. Well, I've got Lego lights. Oh wait, that's in the same position. Dang, another donut. Holy cow, you guys are spoiling me today. Thank you. I met you at Atlanta BrickCon and you were so nice. I hope you have a great stream. Oh man, thank you for saying hi. Lucas Bricks. It was a pleasure. I really enjoy getting to meet people at the conventions. So thank you for coming up and saying hi to me. It always brightens my day a little bit. Get to hang out and talk with you guys. It's just cool. It's cool to meet people who are just care about stuff that I'm making. I don't know. It's really cool. Very grateful. Will we ever get to see the quadrant homeworld? Maybe. Would you guys like to see the quadrant homeworld? Quadron? That's what it's called. There might not be much left after the hungry one leaves. We might be able to go there and see what happened. HADF versus Gungans. Unfortunately, Gungans would get Gungan stew with a side of Gungan, I don't know, whatever. All right, what do you think about this? So I scooted the cockpit forward a bunch. That's not bad. That's a nice, it's got a nice little shape to it. Just got to figure out what's going on back here now. I wish this cockpit piece was just a little bit longer. Or even that I had two. Two would be cool, I think, if I had another one going back this direction. I'd like to go to conventions and stuff, but you don't really get those kind of things in Wales. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Hey bro, I'm new here. I'm a big fan of your YouTube. Welcome, the Reaper M. Thank you for joining the stream. Appreciate it. What about doing a clone turbo tank-like vehicle? I'm just, I mean, some of you guys already know this, but I'm just not a huge fan of the clone turbo tank. Dare I say it's overrated? Dare I? Am I gonna get in trouble for that? Am I gonna get canceled for hating the turbo tank? I don't know. I'm more of an ATTE man myself. Are you reusing those Magito lights? Or do those get thrown away? Yes, definitely reusing. No, I don't throw. The only time I'll throw away a light is if it's broken. Sometimes they do break badly, and I have to get rid of them. But yeah, they're in the landing pad. You guys remember the giant landing pad over in by the HADF's base, Moenia Prime? That whole thing lights up. I should have showcased that in the finale. Actually, I think I did showcase it in the finale. Hey, Hoarder66, you made it. Welcome to the stream. I'm just working on a little dropship here. Oh my gosh, another one? Dude. Oh, and he's shouting out the memberships. Vader, you're too kind. You don't need to do that. Have absolutely loved being a member. Highly recommend it for anyone who's interested. Keep up the great work. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, if anybody is interested, I do have a membership program. You get early access to videos. I do exclusive content, exclusive streams, hauls, Goods Kitchen, depending on what tier you're on. So I do some stuff over there. Oh, did we hit 150 likes? Will you add melee weapons for the FPSC troopers? Maybe. I don't know. Should I? What do you guys think? Should I add melee weapons? Watching this while building my biggest dragon mock yet. Yes, that is what I like to hear. Big dragon mocks. The spaceships. What do you guys think? Do you want to see the ship now, or do you want me to save it for the end of the stream and you can look at it then? Or do you just want it now? Let me know. Have you finished the brick built map? Have I? I know I worked on it again. I'm trying to remember if I finished it or not. That's a good question. Let's see. Now and save it now. Dang. I need to sleep. All right, Brickzeal needs to sleep. So we'll show it now. That way he doesn't miss it. How about that? We'll take a quick break from this cockpit. So let me give you guys a little bit of a backstory here on why this build came to be. Worst clone helmet, Bomb Squad. So, one thing my world really lacks is aircraft, and that's intentional. I'm just not a huge fan of aircraft. I much prefer land stuff, mechs, tanks, trucks, all kinds of that. All walkers, exosuits, all that kind of stuff. But I do recognize the importance of having an Air Force. And there are certain things that I do really love. I love dropships, as I've said. The Air Force I'm talking about is like jets, planes, helicopters. I like all of that stuff and I think it's cool, but I think a lot of it just comes down to I'm not super good at building it. And so because I'm not insane like real as passionate about that as I am tanks, I'm not as good. I tend to lean to where I'm better at, but I want to really flesh out the FPSC because unlike the Quadranids, they didn't come here and have to restart, right? They've been working here since before the Bio Wars. So I want them to have a really fleshed out ground force and air force, which is why I'm working on this dropship. So that being said, I wanted some kind of fighter jet, just generic fighter jet that was small and compact. Because you guys remember this. This is the HADF's jet, the Griffin. They phased it out pretty fast just because it wasn't very effective anymore. And they're working on getting something smaller, sleeker, more dangerous. And this is kind of what the FPSC or the FPSC has instead. I call this, its prototype name is the Piranha. That is subject to change though. It's a small, all purpose escort fighter jet type thing. It's got twin missile launchers, one on each wing. So we got one right there. We got a second one right here. We've got twin cannons up here. So it's got missile fire and just regular cannons. It's got a cockpit right here for a minifig. Control panel. Very sleek, very aerodynamic. It's essentially just a body and wings. And then, cap it all off, retractable landing gear. So this thing can actually land as I just break it. So this thing just lands like that. What do you guys think? So this is a sneak peek. This isn't going to be revealed yet in a video for a couple of weeks. So you guys are getting a little treat here. Early access, if you will. So there we go, the Piranha. Very small, very nimble. These work in groups and packs. So that's why I liked the idea of naming it the Piranha, because by itself, maybe not the most effective, but in a group, whew, you don't want to get hit by a pack of piranhas. And then also right here, it's got wing brakes on the back that can fold down or up like that. So I tried to pack it full of like as many cool details as I could, even though it was really small. And I'm very, very happy with how it turned out. So this is the secret jet that I've been working on. The HADF is going to have something similar to this, something much smaller and sleeker. It doesn't have a crazy far range, but that's fine. It's mostly an escort ship, fighter jet. So it's not made to like fly out to some city and bomb it, right? That's the job of a long range bomber. What's up, Stormtrooper Creations? I'm just giving people a sneak peek at a little thing I built this week, a little jet. Looks like the jet from Guardians of the Galaxy. Which one? The little jet from the Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm thinking of like, it's not the Benatar, right? Like not those bigger ones. Piranha ideology, like TIE Fighter ideology. Yeah, probably big pack, large swarm. Love the lime green, dark tan. Thank you. Thanks, Brickzeal. Have a good night. Catch you later. All right, let's get back to this cockpit, shall we? A while ago, I made some mocks based off your world and put them in a Google Drive. Recently, I updated with some new builds. Oh, cool. A cryopod and Fallout-inspired bunk. Ooh, a cryopod. Interesting. What's up, Gonk? How you doing? Do you ever want to build the BioWars itself? Yes and no. The problem with the BioWars is I wanted this world to feel like a world feels more real when it has backstory, right? When the world starts with nothing back behind it, it doesn't feel as real. So I wanted some kind of large cataclysmic event, this mysterious, intriguing thing that like triggered a whole new era of mankind. But that being said, I also kind of want to keep it shrouded in mystery. I want the events and the details to be blurry and unsure. And so I don't want to ruin it by actually building it, but at the same time, I do really want to build the Bio Nightmares themselves because they are going to play a part in the future. And so I do need to know what they look like. All right, what do you guys think about this cockpit? I could even have it slightly tilted down at an angle, or I could have it like that. That's pretty good though. It's not bad. I just need something for the top here. When will you make another Star Wars mock? When I want to. It's as simple as that. For what vehicle and what faction is this cockpit going to be? This is going to be for a tanker dropship. So, for those of you guys who weren't here at the beginning, this is the actual tank. This is what they use to harvest that purple fuel source that I was talking about in my last video. And so it's going to be connected to a ship because I was like, oh, I'm going to build this cool tanker. And I was like, it would be even cooler to have it be a dropship. So the cockpit's going to sit right here like this, and it's going to have these thrusters like that. And it just kind of moves around. So that's what's going on. I'm going to put this off to the side. People can see it kind of. And so this is the cockpit portion. Yeah, slightly tipped down, I'm thinking. I agree. It'll give the driver a much better field of view if I do that. Looks like apart from the Apache. This part? The Apache helicopter? I guess. The lore keeps getting better. Good. I'm glad to hear that. That makes me happy because I want this. I don't want this to be a short thing. I want this to be. I genuinely want to get years of content out of this world, and I want to like not rival Star Wars because that's insane, but like create something that has a lasting impact, a lasting legacy of sorts that people are like, oh yeah, like Coconut's World, Gofera, Viteris, like that whole thing. I wasn't really listening at the beginning. It's all good. No worries. I have to. I explain. I explain multiple times just in case people miss stuff. Um, what is the year in this society? I don't want to say because I have it written down and I don't want to mess it up, but it's about 51, 50. I think it's about 52 years after the Bio Wars. Does anybody happen to remember when I said the Bio Wars took place? It's in my video where I go over all the lore. But it's about 50-ish years after that. Will it be similar to that transport helicopter troop transporter that was modified to be a vehicle? Not really. Like it's going to have thrusters and it's going to be a dropship, but it's going to look different. I mean, the cockpit itself already looks different, as you can see. Uh, is there a way I can send you a picture of my dragon mock? Yeah, I have an Instagram. It's the same handle as my YouTube channel, so you can send me mock ideas, mock pictures over there. Lego builds. Just before I go to bed, what videos do I watch to catch up on the lore? Go to I have a playlist on YouTube called Project Moenia, I think, Lego Sci-Fi City. That has all the lore in it. And then start at the bottom, and I put them in chronological order on like how the story unfolds. So that's how. Coconut, I'm finally back after ages. Welcome back, Gunner. How are your travels? Help me decide a melee weapon for my Street Fighter mech. How about a giant hammer? Wow, Albatross is winning the poll. I prefer Albatross as well because to me Vulture is a little bit more sinister. It's a little bit more like some kind of attack thing, you know what I mean? Whereas the Albatross is just going, just doing its thing. 155 people, 137 people in the chat. Sorry, I'm getting two different numbers from YouTube. That's weird. But thank you guys for not only joining but sticking around for so long. I really appreciate it. Not gonna lie, I enjoy these streams a lot more than I enjoy the Star Wars ones. The Star Wars ones, people are like, build this. But then you guys, I feel like these streams, people actually ask me questions, which I appreciate because I like talking about my world. Oh man, that's pretty sweet. Dang, what are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking here? That's not bad. You know what? That's not bad. The question is, can a minifig sit in here? Minifig. Uh-oh, it's been captured by an HADF general. Been commandeered. Pop off the canopy. Can it? Yep. Sorry, I haven't been here in ages. I've been working on Lego Lord of the Rings. Oh, that's awesome. Helm's Deep. How's it going? Moment of truth. Oh, dude, minifig can totally fit in here. Look at that. Perfect. It's great to listen to all this while building these. Oh, the Sentai Fortress. Are you kidding me, Matthew Builds? I'm jealous. That's awesome. Enjoy that build, man. That's a good one. Cockpit is coming together nicely. Thank you. I remember one of my friends got the Sentai Fortress for his birthday, and I was so excited to go over to his house and see it because I wasn't as into Exoforce as I was like Star Wars and fantasy, but when it first dropped, I definitely got into the hype. I was like, oh, this is sweet. I never ended up getting any of the Exoforce sets, but I read the comics and definitely wanted to get some stuff. I love writing scripts. Can I make a script about this? Well, it depends on what kind of script. Like, you mean like a fan fiction? Like you want to write your own story in this world? That's fine. All right, this is the full cockpit. I like it. Question is, how does this? I mean, I don't want it to connect to the actual tank. Obviously, it's gonna have some kind of body, but I kind of want it to sit like that. And then we're gonna have the thruster right here. Oh yeah, that's a dropship silhouette right there. That's pretty sweet. So I think what I'm gonna do is build a little body section right here. So I'm gonna build a body right here. The cockpit's gonna connect to that, thrusters on either side, and then we're gonna have this frame running along the back here, connecting to the tank, and then we'll have two more thrusters in the back. What are we thinking? My mock is going great. I'm just finishing the walls, and now the hard part, buying hundreds of figures. Yes, that will be the hard part. I agree. I'm in my Lego room making a mock. Nice. Me too. Mock building. Any tips for custom troop carrier ships? I always struggle but thrive with mechs. I would suggest going back to World War II era landing craft, like the boats that they used on D-Day, the Flying Fortress B-52 bombers. Like go back and look at that kind of stuff. That can actually give you cool inspiration, especially like the boat, the giant boat things. Because when it comes to troop carrier, you don't necessarily need something sleek and aerodynamic. You want something big, wide that can carry lots of troops. What set are those green stickers from? So these are Power Miner pieces. Power Miner. I think it went to the Thunder Driller, if I'm not mistaken. Someone will correct me, I'm sure, but I believe these are Thunder Driller pieces. When are you adding back to the shields? What? When are you adding back to the shields from the Barracuda drone? Oh, when am I taking those shields? Well, the thing about those shields is they're not the most energy efficient, and so to scale them up to a larger size, it's kind of hard. It's hard to get it to cover a vehicle. So those are used for smaller things, like those drones. They're not able to be put onto mechs yet, if that makes sense. I mean, there are similar things, similar technology. I can't get into it all yet, but there is similar technology on the Minotaur mech, but it's more of a cloaking type thing. Yo, Coconut, thanks for making time lapses for the builds. Very good inspiration. Good. I'm glad they help. Could you do it so the body has arms that hold the fuel tank from the bottom? Because in my opinion, it would look cooler than just holding it from the top. Arms? Well, I don't know how I would do that, to be honest. Blast from the past, indeed. Who doesn't love power miners? Why am I reading on the computer? It's so easy to read here. I'm trying to make a large mothership for a game that I'm making with someone. Basically, we have set mech types and we need stats for the weapons and mechs. Now we're working on a lot of lore. That sounds really cool. Similar to what I'm doing. It's a lot of fun. Have you considered putting any of your builds on ideas? If you put a few mechs in a bundle or something, I think it could go well. The vehicles, not so much, since Lego has a no war rule for the sets. Yeah, I don't think anything would work, anything I do, because of Lego's strict no war stuff. I just don't think they would go. Like, I would have to just make a mech and then just take all the weapons and like stuff off of it and transform it, probably. Oh, arms that clamp around the container. I actually did think about doing that. Something that just goes like this. I actually was toying with the idea of making this just a regular drop ship that like can unload the tank. You know what I mean? So it like drops it off, unclamps, and flies away. But I'm just not sure how I'm gonna make that work. So I'm undecided on where I'm going. I decided to just take a break and work on the cockpit because the size and shape of the cockpit would help me determine the rest of the build. Now that I'm there, I need to start figuring that out. Those are my thoughts, or kind of my design plan so far. I'm staying up late just to watch this. Welcome. Whoa, what is that name? Patch? I'm just gonna call you Patch. Welcome. Then it can pick up other stuff. That's what I was thinking. I wanted something that could pick up multiple things. I'm just not sure how I'm gonna execute that, if that makes sense. So I'm thinking about maybe keeping it just a tanker. Lego No War, also Lego World War II German soldiers and Indiana. Oh, dude, don't even get me started. Like Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Space Police. Like they've done war. It's so funny. They've done guns. Yeah, I mean, straight out German soldiers and pilots. Like, come on. Come on. Ooh, a mech factory. That sounds fun. You should make our armor inspired from the ones from Halo. Well, that's actually what inspired these guys. Remember the HAEF shock troopers? These guys were inspired by Master Chief. I wanted to create a more heavily armored minifig. So that's where these came from. Just woke up to the stream. Welcome, Knights of Cantonia, as well as Love My Cars. So, how do we connect a cockpit to a fuel tank? I'm wondering, guys, do you think I should pop? So I put these on to kind of cap off the ends of the tank. Do you think I could pop it off and then just like create a longer body part right here like that? Because I could do something like this. Or does that look too weird? Like, or I mean, I'll probably have it at an angle like that. Could I have the cockpit connect directly to the tank? Or should I have some separation like that? And then put the thrusters right here. So like the full tank itself is in place, and then there's a little bit of like extra sections on the outsides. I gotta head out to love the building so far. Thank you for joining, man. Thank you for the donation as well. The shout out. I appreciate that, man. Enjoy your Sunday. And I'm gonna keep struggling on with this bad boy. Slopes, mini slopes. Yeah, I was thinking about maybe slopes. Separation. You think separation? So kind of like, yeah. But how do I do that? Because now I'm thinking I need to build some kind of frame that comes up over the tank and then down in the back. That way I have something for the thrusters. Because I don't want the thrusters to connect directly to the tank. They've got to connect to something else. But then at that point, it would make more sense to build a whole frame and have it just grab this, right? So maybe I shouldn't connect anything to the tank. So maybe what I should do is build a frame for the dropship separately and then have it be able to pick up. Because having it fused directly to this, I'm just not sure how I would do that. Hmm. I don't know what you mean by ratchets. Like, how would I make that work? Keep the round cap and use interesting angles. Should the guy with the clone head and the green cap have a name and backstory? He does. Well, he doesn't have a name yet, but his backstory. What is this music? It says lulling me to sleep. Just came back from a scout camp to the stream. Oh, dude, scout camp. I loved going to scout camp as a kid. That was fun. You could do something like the clone dropship. Yeah, well, I did do something similar with the LRAC HC. Maybe I should build another thruster. Or at least figure out how. I gotta figure out how the thruster is going to connect to the ship as well, because I want it to be right here. So I essentially want to have a thruster here and a thruster here, like that. 4 big ones. So we're not going to have small ones like the other one. Make it split into multiple different ships? Whoa. That sounds too complicated. Not gonna lie. Wow. I do like this cockpit. Do you guys think the cockpit's wide enough? I also like the shaping on it. The shaping flows very nicely. Like that part right here. It looks. Although, does it look too small for such a giant to be holding such a giant thing? I don't think that matters. How should I build clamps though? Because I'm thinking, I'm toying around with ideas. What if it would work, or what would be nice if I had some big, like, what if I used some big bionicle claws like this and use them to like pick it up like that? What do you guys think? I don't think I would use this design. I need something else. Like I could have something like that that kind of like comes down, picks it up, and then flies away with it. I think, yeah, the more I think about it, I think that's just better. That's going to be better than fusing this directly to the tank. Also, that wouldn't really make a lot of sense from a design standpoint. Are we going to see the HADF capital in the next year or so? I don't know. I don't know when we'll see the capital, to be honest. I think that's the best Bionicle hook piece I have. I mean, there's another one in my head that I'm picturing that's more round, but I don't know if I own it, unfortunately. Man, what's with the spamming? It's the third spammer today. One second. You gotta go to timeout. You're actually live this time around. I sure am. You do clamps like the planet of Lana? I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. Do 2 cockpits? Why would I do 2 cockpits though? That doesn't make. I mean, I think 1 is enough. If it's right here, I think that should be plenty. Coconut Bricks, what do you think about the new minifig CMF series pack? I think it's pretty cool. I like the little Bionicle. That's really the only one I care about though. I would like to get the Bionicle at some point. What if you made a drill mech that could drill underground and pick soldiers off one by one? That could be interesting. Is there a lore reason why Gungans inside of Millennium Prime? No, there isn't. I just like Gungans. Do you think a humanoid mech with a jetpack? Oh, what do you think? I would like to do jetpacks eventually. The thing about jetpacks is they can quickly make things get kind of ridiculous if you have massive mechs just flying around. Oh, no way. This is the piece I was looking for. I do have one. See, to me, this looks like a much better clamp or hook than this. Like, look at that. This one is much thicker and much more rounded. What do you guys think? Should I get like 3 more of these and just have it pick it up like that? Because I think that could look cool. If it just came down like that, just unclamped, drop it off, pick up other things. Are the HADF ever going to make a space navy? Maybe it depends on where. I mean, I'm sure they would like to now that they know there's other life out there. Their main focus right now is prepping for what's coming or what could be coming because that quadrant alien told them there could be a very bad person or very bad alien on the way. You guys are liking this. Okay, that's good. You guys are liking this. Yeah, because then I can just build a frame that has these giant hooks and it comes down, picks it up. Yes, I'm liking this, guys. Problem is I only have 3 of these. Or 1 of these, so I need to buy 3 more. Yes, good. Progress. Thank goodness for old Bionicle pieces that are just laying around, huh? Oh, I just got a reminder for my dentist appointment. Exciting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I only have one of those. So, new plan. Instead of fusing this to here, we're gonna keep this. We're gonna leave this alone. As actually, well, I do need to add a little hose at the back so it can be filled up. We're gonna leave this alone, and then we're going to build a separate ship, and that'll be nice because then this can just drop off the tank, and it can leave, go pick up a full tank, and it can do other stuff instead of having to have the entire ship sit here the whole time this is being filled up. And then I can have a bunch of these just being stored places. I don't care for Bionicle as a theme, but those weapons are great for greebling and like. Yes, they have very good pieces. Nice little claw. Yeah, this is gonna be sweet. It's gonna be so cool having just 4 giant claws. And it'll be a very specific type of dropship because I do want to create a dropship that can carry FPSC troops as well and mechs. But I think this one will just be like a utility craft. It'll be for like it's gonna be a non-military one, I guess. Well, it'll be with the military, but a non-combat one, I should say. Coconut, what do you think we get a transport mech for the new faction or like a walker like the ATOT? Definitely would like to do some kind of transportation. Probably not a mech. A railgun tank? Yes, I do. That's the Cuspis 2 actually has a railgun on it. Also, I want to show off this minifig again for anybody who hasn't seen. So, a little teaser for what's coming up this week. I'm going to be building construction mechs that are going to be used to help rebuild Moenia Prime. And this is like a construction suit to help construction site workers be stronger, be able to lift heavier stuff. However, I do need to recolor it. This is configured for an HADF trooper right now. And so the other one are going to be orange and yellow, the construction version. So I'm excited for that. That's going to be fun. I'm going to wrap up the stream here in a little bit. So if you guys have any final questions, comments, anything else, drop them in the chat. I'm very happy with the progress I made today. I've got a sweet little thing here, cockpit. I know how I'm going to be designing the rest of the ship. Got a thruster. Oh yeah, it's good stuff. I've bought some throughout my mini Bricklink orders. Ooh, Bricklink orders. Yeah, I'm going to have to make one after this stream. I need to find a store that sells 3 of these. How did you attach those legs? Ho ho, just you wait. Isn't that pretty cool? Yeah, I'm very excited to show you guys. It's a technique I borrowed from someone else. I did not come up with it, but I will be shouting them out and showing you guys where to follow them and stuff. Just got here. That looks really good so far. Thank you, Dragon Slayer. Unfortunately, you joined right at the end. I'm wrapping things up soon. Just answering a couple more questions. Well, how will you put the pilot on the 2-foot tall mech? Well, it's going to be many pilots. That thing is going to need to be piloted by multiple people. You're the best. Thank you, Lucky Leo. You guys are the best. Coming out and supporting me like this. We've had over 100 people in the chat the entire time. You guys are too kind. Yeah, but I think that's pretty much it. Can't think of anything else I have to say. Really? You want to end the stream by spamming? All right, fine. Be that way. Jump packs for soldiers? Yeah, I would like to eventually. Will there be super soldiers in your army like Captain America? Maybe at some point. Right now, this is kind of like what the super soldier looks like. It's a soldier, but he's in an exosuit type thing. So it's bigger than a human, stronger than a human. It's kind of like Space Marine armor in a way. So you can see it's quite a bit taller. So that's essentially what I have right now for super soldiers. Should the guy, the clone head, be commanding captain in the HADF mission, also fought in the Biowars? I don't know. I haven't revealed his lore yet. I've kept him a secret. You'll just have to wait and see. I've been watching your channel since I was like 8. Holy cow. It's a long time. I mean, I have been going since 2019. 7 years. Well, 6 years. Or 5, 7 years? I don't know. The golems are really cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Are you ever going to release blueprints for your weapons or mechs? Maybe someday. Maybe someday. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you for joining. Thank you for participating in the poll and the chat, asking me questions, interacting with other people. I do appreciate it. And I will have another video coming this week. This stream came in the place of a video this week, but I've got one coming next Sunday, so stay tuned for that. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all so much for the donations as well. You guys are awesome. I will catch you next time, but until then, happy building.